What's up, kings and queens? I'm back with another untraditional living video. Y'all, it's a lot of shit I've been learning. It's crazy, like it's very crazy. Let me put it away. I can see my face, the light reflection. It is very crazy. Like when you start learning shit that nobody was teaching you, and then you gotta learn this shit, but nothing that you ever thought before. It's just like you in a whole nother different world. Like it just feels like it's gonna take you forever to get that shit, and that's where I'm at right now. Trying to take it slow because I know I'm just learning this shit, so it's gonna take time for my mind to get it and understand it and grasp it. But it's just like, what the fuck have we been doing? Like even with our schools, like no, they're not teaching us the shit that we need to know, like the truth about everything, like law, all this other shit. They're not teaching us what the fuck we need to be doing. Well, that's what they want us to do. Well, what they want us to do is fucking be in school, not learning shit. That way, by the time we get older, we don't know shit. The only thing we know is what our parents and our ancestors and our grandparents and people before us been showing us, and that's get a job so you can pay for shit and take care of your family. But we just been struggling. We just been struggling. They ain't know where to go from that. Like there's nowhere to go from that. You just gonna struggle until you die. And I was gonna say a humble, but he's not really a humble boy. He's a mentee. He's a mentor for me. His name is Pop, and he funded Unity as well. Y'all need to go check that out too. But he always say it's you at least need six multiple streams of income to make ends meet. We ain't just trying to struggle. We ain't trying to take care of the kids until we damn die and they go back in the same shit. We trying to shift some shit. We trying to move some shit differently than what we've been doing before, and we gotta do it. It's so much information out here that it's ridiculous. They just know that we ain't gonna look into it because most people ain't got time. They too busy worrying about other shit. Like most people ain't gonna do that shit. But if you do, if you take the time and listen, especially for your kids, for the next generation, you take the time to really look into some shit and look into some resources and what the fuck you can do. Like right now, I'm trying to figure out how to get some mortgage shit happening and not really having to pay that much money. Like past going to auction and buying some land, but like deeper into that shit. I ain't gonna really say too much, the government be watching. But I'm trying to learn a whole bunch of shit that ain't never been taught before, that they don't really want us to know. And it's not even just past, it's past even black people. It's a lot of shit that don't nobody know. Like I said, even with the police, it's a lot of shit that's unlawful as far as what the fuck the police do, which we know because we see it with black people. But I'm talking about as far as your rights. You learn knowing your rights and what the fuck you supposed to be doing and what the fuck they not supposed to be doing, and you call them out on it and they know you know your shit. They ain't gonna fuck with you. They ain't even gonna feel like, not even with the police. We ain't even I'm talking about the courts and all that shit. Like you know what you need to know about you, about the system and all that shit, you'll be just fine. Like it's a lot of shit we need to come together and understand. We just need to come together, period. We need to come together as people. Even with black people need to come together. We all need to come together as people. And like I've been saying, if we all come together as a community, even like I said, Pop, he was the first one that I heard start saying it. Derek Grace, he started saying about teaching your kids and not letting these people teach your kids, because when they teach your kids, they're gonna teach them what the fuck they want to teach them. But if we come together as a community and we all do this shit, ain't nothing that can stop us, because you can really like do the math. Like I tell people all the time, even if 10 people put I was probably say like, let me see, I don't feel like doing all this calculation and shit. So, because I was gonna put up a big number, I really could put up a small number, I was gonna put up a big number. So I'll just keep my big number since I already put on my calculator. So if 10 people put $200, it's like, okay, let me make it reasonable then. I'll just stick to the one that I had. So I'll just stick to that one. If 10 people put down $20 a month, every month, that's $200 that you guys have. So you'll be able to do that. That's $200 times 12. Now you gotta understand, $200 times 12 this thing is definitely acting up. But that's $2,400 a month that you got to do what you need to do. That's just with 10 people. So imagine if you got a whole community of people putting down money. You got 10,000. Let's just say you got, let's just say, because we doing 20. I'll say do 10,000 people. If you got a community of 10,000 people, that's $200,000 you got every month. So that way you'll be able to do that, and that's a month. Like that's a lot. Even with 1,000 people, and you do $20, you got $20,000 a month to do what you need to do. So it don't have to be a big community of people. Like I even suggested this with my family that we need to start doing, especially because some stuff happened recently with my family. Now we all gotta come up with money and try to figure it out. And just like if you ever watch Derrick Grace, he always say if somebody die, we always do this and try to do plates and try to figure out stuff to be able to bury them. We could be doing that now. We could be putting out a family plan, starting a family business. Like even with the family stuff, everybody, and I know, trust me, I hear y'all when y'all saying that family is horrible with money. I got my whole family is fucking horrible with money. I tell y'all, I don't even think I'm related to them or something. It was one for my twin sister Naya. I would definitely have to need some proof to know that I'm alert. That I'm damn the word just left my head that I'm related to them. Like I would really need proof because we don't think the same, we don't do the same, nothing. And I understand. But even if what you start with your family, teach your kids, just start slow. If everybody start a little business, and even with your kids, you can teach them by doing candy and lemonade stand. Derrick Grace always talk about lemonade stand. I want to venture into doing candy as well and stuff, especially as the boys get older and stuff. My nieces, well, my 9-year-old niece, I could definitely do it with her too. But the boys, I could definitely start with, and Carter and my other nephew, which is my son too. He like another son. He my godson. I could start with them. But my nieces, they 14, 13, so now they are already too far. Well, they're not too far gone, but they ain't gonna listen. So only thing I could do is do it and then show them. And then now when they see that I could do it, then they'll know they could do it. But with the little ones now, we could do it together and I could still show them that, what it is as they growing up. With the teenagers, you gotta show them better, you could tell. So you gotta show them the process and everything, and they know, and now they know, because even with grown-ups, they be like, bro, all right, that sound good, but it ain't, and I don't know, we'll see. It sound like, even when I've been talking about investing, and even with my family, they be like, oh yeah, that sound good, and not one of them motherfuckers invested in shit yet. And it's always, okay, the money low, well, how about we do this? We get together, create something that we all could do as a family, as a hustle, and get that money and take that shit and invest that shit. Now you ain't gotta worry about it. It sounds nice, but you don't have it. But now you got it. You got multiple streams, but the problem is y'all don't want to do it. Yes, y'all. Okay, you get up, just stop being lazy. It's a whole bunch of time in the day, and I'm not gonna lie, I used to do it too. It's a whole bunch of time in the day to get shit done. Like I only be on Instagram when it's to post videos, or like most of the stuff been like literally inspirational, motivation in my videos. The only thing I just recently posted some of the boys, but I just had to get that memory because he don't usually eat nothing. But other than that, I've been cutting out social media. I don't even watch TV on the weekdays, and if I do, it's educational shit. Like I've been reading more. Once you really just discipline yourself and find that time to do what you need to do for y'all, then it's a lot of time in a day. Like even if you don't think so, and even if you sit at a job, say you sit at a job, answer phones all day, you could be on the sideline writing down some shit, or when you ain't got no calls, you could be typing up some shit like a business or some shit you want to do, make a few goals. Like it's time to do all that shit, even if you feel like you got a busy day. And if you work a 9 to 5, I understand it. Start out slow. Take 1 hour out your day. 1 hour out your day to figure some shit out, just to be by yourself, just to relax. So whatever you need to do, just take that time and gradually add another hour to that. Like for me, I do about 3 hours. I say from to 5 to 9. Sometimes I'm just getting off, so 5